sweeties, welcome back to Queer Cosplayers Family Kitchen, where it is now March, and we are delving into a fandom that I think not a lot of people tend to associate as a fandom, but as you can see, we are going to explore the Parks and Rec's official cookbook. So we are going to have ourselves a little Galentine's month. And I know it's traditionally supposed to be February, but we are going to have some fun and do it anyway. So anyone who knows anything about Leslie Knope knows that one of her favorite foods are waffles. So we are going to explore this book today and learn how to make some classic waffles. So, without further ado, and hoping we can do justice to Miss Knope, let's get to it. Alright, sweeties, so we are ready to get started with our waffles. Now, our first ingredient is going to be 2 egg whites. We are going to put them in the bowl like so, and then using a hand mixer, we are going to whip them for about 2 to 3 minutes until stiff peaks begin to appear. So I'll set it to about that setting. And again, we want to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes. Alright, sweeties, so we're going to put those egg whites aside for now and get started on our dry ingredients. And to start out with, we've got 2 cups of flour here, and we are going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, specifically granulated sugar. 1 and 2. And let's see, next we are going to be adding a tablespoon of baking powder. There we go. And next we are going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Looks like I may have exactly half a teaspoon left. There we go. And last but not least, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There we go. There we go. Then we are just going to take a whisk and gently whisk these ingredients together. Action. Alright, we are ready to add our wet ingredients. So once you're done whisking, you're going to want to make kind of a little well in the middle there. And we are going to add 2 egg yolks beaten together. There we go. Get as much out of there as we can. Trying to avoid drips like that. There we go. We are going to add 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Then, let me see here, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. There we go. A little bit much there, so they're going to be very vanilla-y. Alright, last but not least, we are going to add 1 3/4 cups of milk. So pour that in, and then we are going to want to mix everything together until it is just combined. Action. Alright, sweeties, we've got a very nice batter here. So now all we need to do is fold in the egg whites. So pour those in, and again, we're just going to fold them into the batter like so. So kind of dig into it and then put it on top. So kind of like you're recycling it. I don't know if that's the right word, but digging into it and pulling it back on top. So maybe that's a better word, kind of like you're digging into it. Then you just want to fold that in for a little bit, and then these are ready to go on your waffle iron. Action. Alright, sweeties, so I have my waffle maker set up. It's a basic 5-setting Cuisinart waffle maker. I've got it set to 3, so we're going for a light golden brown waffle, and it is ready to go. So we are going to lift it up, and we are going to carefully pour the batter into the waffle maker like so. There we go. Then put it down like so. Then, depending on your model, mine, the green light indicating that it was ready to cook just turned off, and the red light went on. So that means that it is cooking, and once it is done, that means the green light comes back on, and we are ready to go for another waffle. Action. Well, sweeties, these turned out beautifully. Exactly like the picture, and I like to think we did Miss Knope and Miss Jen Fujikawa, one of the queens of cosplay cooking, very proud with how well we did. So you can top your waffles with butter, syrup, and some whipped cream like I did. There are lots of little ways that Leslie likes to customize her waffles. She really likes to put strawberries on them, but I tend to really like to go with the classics. So thank you so much for tuning in for Galentine's month. I am looking forward to showing this to you so much and getting to experience it with you. I cannot wait for the rest of this month. So thank you so much for tuning in. Bye, sweeties.